Have you heard of the world's most powerful empires? Rome, Egypt, Britain. But before all of them, there was a city whose glory was unmatched. This was Babylon, and its king was Belshazzar. He stood on his balcony, looking down at his magnificent city, absolutely convinced that his kingdom, his power, and his colossal walls were completely unconquerable. But what is a man's greatest enemy? Is it a sword? Is it fire? Or is it his own pride? Let me tell you a story from one single night that changed the course of history forever. King Belshazzar decided to throw a great feast. Imagine a massive hall filled with 1,000 of his lords, their wives, and everyone important in the kingdom. Drunk on wine and a sense of their own power, they celebrated, feeling absolutely invincible. But then, in a moment of sheer arrogance, the king gets a wicked idea. He shouts a shocking command to his servants. Go, bring the gold and silver cups that my ancestor Nebuchadnezzar took from God's temple in Jerusalem. We will drink from them. This wasn't just a party anymore. This was a direct insult to God. His servants brought the sacred vessels, and the king and his guests poured wine into them, toasting their own pagan gods of gold, silver, and wood. They laughed, mocking the very God who held their breath in his hands. Just think for a moment. What happens when a person pushes past their limits and openly defies the divine? And then, in that very hour, the music stopped. The laughter died. A look of sheer terror washed over the king's face as he pointed trembling at a wall. Because in front of everyone, a human hand appeared out of thin air and began to write glowing words on the palace wall. The king's face turned pale. His knees knocked together in fear. He screamed for his magicians, astrologers, and all his wise men. Whoever can read this writing and tell me what it means, he cried, will be clothed in purple, get a gold chain, and will be the third highest ruler in the kingdom. But all his wise men just stared, confused and scared. They couldn't read it. They couldn't understand it. And the king's desperation grew. Just when all hope seemed lost, the Queen Mother entered the hall. She was calm and wise. "O king, live forever," she said. "There is a man in your kingdom who has the spirit of the holy gods in him. His name is Daniel. He can interpret dreams and solve mysteries. Call him. He will tell you what it means." So Daniel, now an old but dignified man, was brought before the terrified king. Belshazzar offered him the same lavish rewards, but Daniel gently refused. "You may keep your gifts for yourself," he said, his voice firm, "but I will tell you the meaning. You have set yourself up against the Lord of heaven. You brought the vessels from his temple to drink wine in them and praised gods of gold and silver which cannot see or hear. But you did not honor the God who holds your very life in his hand." And then Daniel revealed the meaning of the divine message written on the wall. "Many, many tekel a parson." Many. God has numbered the days of your kingdom and brought it to an end. Tekel. You have been weighed on the scales and found wanting. You're too light. Pairs. Your kingdom is divided and given to the Medes and Persians. The writing was on the wall. The judgment had been declared. And that very night, while the feast was still going on, the unstoppable army of the Medes and Persians secretly entered the city. The guards were drunk, the gates were breached, and enemy soldiers burst into the palace. That very night, King Belshazzar was killed. The great kingdom of Babylon fell, and the word of God was fulfilled. This story teaches us a powerful lesson. No matter how high a person flies, they can never be greater than their Creator. Pride always comes before a fall. It leads to destruction. So let me ask you, what is written on the wall of your life today? Are we giving honor to God, or are we, like Belshazzar, living in our own pride? The choice is yours. Thanks for watching. If this story made you think, please hit that like button and subscribe for more stories that can change the way you see the world. See you next time.